War. What is it good for? Chapter 1. Reinforcements. I looked at the AR-15 and swallowed nervously. I'd never fired a gun in my life, and I was usually a pacifist by default. I grabbed the gun and it felt so foreign in my hands, also the weight and click it made as I picked it up off the table. It scared me to death. Knock knock. My whole body was just pure nerves while standing and holding the assault rifle, and then hearing a knock, my heart jumped into my throat. Then I turned around and saw the commander. Charles, I didn't want you to fight. It's just not who you and Cupid are. I see that, and it would be uncouth to force you to kill. No offense, but I can't see you killing. You're a scientist through and through. I handed the gun over to Browning and nodded. You're right. It's not who I am, and I truly do appreciate you helping Cupid and I stay true to ourselves. He smiled sadly. It's who I needed to be, and I hope that you and Cupid never have to do what I've done. It changed you forever, and I'd hate to see either of you become killers. I frowned slightly. Well, while you may see yourself as a killer, you did what was needed to keep people safe, and I am truly sorry for what happened to you, but you protected your people, especially when they need it the most. The universe, I truly don't believe, likes pacifists. They just aren't suited for reality. Browning sighed deeply. I can understand that, but I disagree. I think the universe needs pacifists, otherwise everything would always be annihilated. It really needs a balance, which is, as we humans know, isn't easy at all. That was true, sadly. Well, anyways, I contacted the universe I know will help us, and Comrade Charlton said help will be arriving shortly. Browning looked at me with an inquisitive look. Comrade, like in socialism? Yeah, I hoped it wouldn't be a problem. Yes. It's an Earth filled with sentient socialist cats. It was a dream come true. They've achieved peace and interdimensional travel. I hope it's not an issue. He smiled and clapped his hands. Not at all. I'd love to eventually see the universe. And help from anyone is always appreciated. It's just kind of funny thinking about cats being socialists. It was kind of funny, and Browning started to laugh a bit, which caused me to laugh. I had to lean on a chair to stop myself from falling over. Then Cupid and Christian walked in, and Christian looked confused. What's so damn funny? You know, Browning, usually I'm the one that makes you laugh. Browning looked over at Cupid and Christian and just laughed harder. It's just that Charles's idea of help is from a universe of sentient socialist cats. That's why, Christian. Christian shook his head and threw his arms up in the air. You're such a buffoon, Commander. You do know that, right? The commander wiped his eye with his handkerchief. Yeah, I know, but you still love me anyway. Cupid then came up to me and gave me a big hug, and I hugged him back. Hey, kiddo, welcome back. Learn anything fun from Christian? He shook his head. Yeah, I learned how to bake. We made cornbread. And I made more coffee. I'm ready to learn more. Got anything for me to learn? I actually did. Yeah, there is something I wanted to teach you. How to use a computer. After the next hour, Cupid knew how to search for something and how to use the radar system. Christian and Browning both walked forward, and Christian was impressed. Well, Cupid, I'll be damned. You know how to cook my famous cornbread and know how to use a computer. Kudos, kid. Kudos. Browning's reaction was just as genuine. You know better how to use this technology than an old man like me. Both Cupid and I smiled as light-hearted joking. Okay, old man, Cupid sassily said, cementing everyone's smiles. Then the screen's chat box came back up. Charles, it's Comrade Charlton. We're on our way now. About to jump. Be there shortly. I quickly typed back a response. Okay, we'll be ready for you. See you soon. Then the chat box closed. Okay, so they're on their way. This was good news.